Hey everybody, it's Sebastian Dawson over here at Sebastian's Health Journey LLC Incorporated. I just thought I'd drop by, do two videos tonight for you. One is going to be talking about the recent events that led up to my ex-girlfriend's death. So that's going to be in this video. The next video is going to be talking about my experience at the hospital the other night. It was a pleasant visit, but I'm going to go over everything with you in detail in that video. So basically, yesterday, what was today? Today's Saturday. Friday morning around 5 a.m. I received a text message from my ex-girlfriend's mother, letting me know that they was getting a serious text from her throughout the day. They didn't know why. They was busy at work, and they decided when they got off work to go over and check on her, make sure she was okay. Upon arrival, her front door was open. So she automatically didn't lock the door on purpose, from what we understanding. They went upstairs, found her deceased in her bed. No, there is no sign of foul play. It was ruled that she died of a fentanyl overdose and alcohol overdose as well. Basically, when you drink too much alcohol, you go into alcohol poisoning. So a little backstory about why that probably transpired. Okay, so November 17th of last year, how I put this? November 17th of 2021, our daughter passed away from Sanfilippo syndrome, which is childhood dementia. At that time, my ex Shayla wasn't as stable as she should have been. So we actually held off not telling her about our daughter passing for like 3 months. So you say she passed away November 17th. It was February 17th before she even knew about it, just for her own safety. As months went on, I noticed her spiraling out of control. Basically, she would get up in the morning, be drinking, go to work, come home, drink again. You know, she has a past history of fentanyl use, really bad. She was on the road to recovery like a year ago, but after we told her what happened, she just said, screw it. So basically, like I told her mom, I as a former drug addict myself, and I have to put myself in that position, she did it because she didn't have nothing else. She didn't have her child no more. So I had to look at it from her position as well. Of the fact of it is that she did not have her child. But it ain't just that. It's also the factor of a couple of other things as well that I'm going to detail over time. So I met Shayla back in 2013, 2014-ish. So me and Shayla I met Shayla through a mutual friend. At the time, I was involved with drugs secretly, and I was drinking a lot. So that's how I met Shayla. Shayla ended up being one of my best friends at the time. Like, we would do things together, hang out, chill, drink, smoke, whatever. Then as time progresses, maybe a year after that, me and Shayla started physically and sexually messing around with each other. That's how my daughter came about, actually, because one night me and Shayla was just fooling around, and one thing led to another. 3 months later, Shayla found out she was pregnant with my daughter Serenity, and that's how that went. I hid Serenity from the world for like years until like a year ago, like 2020 is when I actually introduced her to the world. It wasn't that I didn't love my kid, but I'm very cautious about what I post on social media, especially when it comes down to kids, because I don't trust people on the fucking internet. I don't care what nobody says. Anyway, Shayla lived in Ohio with me. Okay, then I left Ohio, went to Illinois for maybe a year and a half. Then I moved to Arizona. That was in 2016, April 2016, when I moved to Arizona. That's when I met my first ex-wife, Ray. So during the time of that happened, I did disclose to my first ex-wife, Ray, hey, I do have an older daughter. I'm working with her mom to see if they want to move down here. Ray was all for it because Ray wanted to get to know my daughter. So Ray was like, just let him move in with us. At the time, Shayla was she was independent, working, not doing drugs, not drinking. She cleared up everything, and I was really proud of her. But as time went on throughout the course of 2016, 2017-ish, she started, being vindictive again, being, kind of sneaky about her drug use. Like, I wouldn't find out. I was already doing my own drugs, so I knew what she was up to. And I had to sit down with her personally, and I told her, I was like, this is not gonna work out too well for neither one of us if both of us still are doing drugs. So I did attempt to get clean, and I was clean from 2016 to 2018-ish. She refused to, she got clean the first month in 2017, but that only lasted for 30 days. Then she went right back to doing shit that she did. She was pregnant again. She lost that baby, and that sent her into a spiral downhill slope because she was 4.5 months pregnant with a little boy. So she was excited because she would have had her boy and her girl. So yeah, Shayla actually met a guy online who was in the army. I don't know his name, don't care. I ain't never met the dude a day in my life. She ended up leaving Serenity with Ray and me, and then she took off to San Antonio. I didn't hear from Shayla from 2017 all the way to 2020. So my daughter had no contact with her either. And it was like, she popped back up out the blue. She got a divorce, and, she was struggling. So I said, okay, you know what, this is all, here we are, 2020. I'm still struggling with my own sobriety. She's herself. So, I reached out to her parents, who I did not know live right in Phoenix. I did not know this until I reached out to them via Facebook. Hey, I have your daughter here with me. She's is extremely inebriated. She's doing drugs again. She's really bad at it. Can y'all maybe come down or help me figure out what to do with her? Because I don't know. I love her, but I'm not gonna put myself in a predicament that's gonna jeopardize my life, my career, and jeopardize my kids. So what we did was, her mom came down like the very next day. And her mom, took her to a rehab facility right here in town. The program was supposed to be 120 days. She only did 24 hours and she left. I didn't hear from Shayla again until the middle of 2021. May, I want to say. I didn't hear from Shayla to the end. And when I did hear from Shayla, remind you, I'm taking, me and Ray are switching off custody because, I have kids with Ray. So it's like me and Ray, Ray is, helping me with Serenity on and off. So it was like, 1 week Serenity would be with me, 1 week Serenity would be with her. It was like, so Serenity had a mom. It wasn't her biological mom, but it was still a mom. It was still her mother. That's all she knew as her mother. She didn't really know Shayla as her mother. And that kind of ticked Shayla off a little bit in the head, because Shayla was like, oh, you just using my daughter against me. I didn't do nothing. You was never around. You rather run to San Antonio and do drugs all day instead of staying home with your child. And as the person I am, I gave her an opportunity to spend time with Serenity. From May until October, she spent every day with Serenity. Got to know her favorite colors, games, took her out to eat. She was doing so much better. The whole thing was, Serenity got diagnosed with Sanfilippo syndrome September the 12th, I want to say. 11th or 12th, she got diagnosed with Sanfilippo syndrome. We would have never knew that if she did not have a seizure. That's how we found out about it. And it was, Serenity was that type of child, she had a mind of a freaking not even a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old at that. She was actually, I got her age mixed up. She would be 8 right now. So, Halloween was her birthday. Of course, one of my other kids' birthday too. So, she would have been 9 this year actually. So yeah, it was like, she got diagnosed with Sanfilippo syndrome. Then, it kind of was getting progressively worse, like really fast. Me and Ray sat down with Shayla, and we made the decision to put Serenity on pediatric hospice care. And Shayla was all for it. She was cool with the idea. Shayla vanished. Shayla left at the end of October after Serenity's birthday party. Shayla just vanished. I didn't hear from Shayla. She had her phone disconnected. Where she was living at, nobody seen her for months on months. The only way I got in contact with Shayla again was actually through a third party who I have never met, never known. But this young lady reached out to me. Hey, I think you know this girl named Shayla. She's here in Vegas. She's partying it up every day. She's been in jail 3 times. What can you come help us out with her, because we don't want her getting in more trouble out here. And far as me helping her out, I was like over it. Completely over the shit with her. So I reached out to her mom and dad. I'm like, hey, I sent the screenshot of the messages and I gave them the lady's name. I said, this is all on y'all. I am not dealing with her right now. I got too much on my own damn hands. The mom agreed with that. She said, with my daughter dying and trying to figure out what Shayla went to, it just, from November 17th all the way until the beginning of the year, I was like so like in my own mindset, because people don't understand this, and this is what Shayla finally understood. November 20th, my father died. November 30th, my little brother died. So it was a reoccurring situation that I was dealing with on my own personal behalf. So, by Shayla passing away the other day, it hit me in the back of my brain still, and I was sitting there thinking, talking to her mom on FaceTime, like, yeah, we were just conversating, trying to figure out, as far as like her house, her car, all the stuff that she never figured out for herself. Like Shayla, like, all the court paper, all our paperwork, we was never married, but all her paperwork is legally in my name. So I'm technically her exactor of the her whole estate. But like I told her mom, if you want to take it over, I have no problem going to court with you. We had to let the judge deal with it, doing that. So, I'm going to give y'all a little tutorial. So basically, right now, her estate is still under me. What we're going to do with her estate, I don't know yet. That probably won't get resolved no time soon. So at this point, a lot of questions has been raised. Her family has came to me with questions, and I'm gonna answer them in this video for them. Her aunt came to me the other day in text, asked me, what's gonna happen about the house, and if it was gonna go back to the bank and or get sold. I responded to that and was like, look, the house is already paid off. It can't go back to the bank because it's already paid off. So the only other logical explanation is either to sell it and or give it away to somebody in your family. And the aunt was like, well, how about I just take the house, because I want to get out of my apartment. I want to have something of my own. And I told the aunt just like this. I said, 1, I have no problem with that at all. 2, the taxes on that house is $1,200 a month. So, and it's in Marana. So you paying $1,200 a month, I have no problem with that as long as you keep paying taxes on the house. She said that was fine. She also agreed to pay. She was like, I will also sign a lease agreement with you, so that way we could do a rent-to-own type of situation, so you're not out of money. So let me explain something to y'all. Ray's house, Shayla's house is on the same block. When in 2016, I actually got a 2-for-1 deal on the houses, because the owner owned both houses that I bought at the time. And we basically, Ray wanted the one down, like 2 doors down from Shayla, and it was like, all right, cool, Shayla can have this one. So that's what's going to happen with the house. Now, as far as her car, her mom has no idea what to do with that, which I'm going to look into DMV laws and see how we can fix that up, because push come to shove, we'll just sell it and get rid of it. Okay, so question number 2 is from her uncle, about, basically, her uncle, let me know, wondering about her financial, her uncle is a financial advisor. So he was kind of wondering about, all her assets, her bank accounts, and I explained to him just like this. I have no access to that stuff. My name was taken off of it a year ago. I don't know what to do about that yet. I said, when I get around to it, I will contact the bank. I probably have to go up there with my ID and her death certificate whenever we get that, and they probably will allow me access to it. I am the guardian of her trust, so I have the paperwork stating that too. So I told him, I said, once I get that, I can see what's in what account, because I know she got 3 different accounts at 3 different banks, for what I don't know. So I told him, I said, once I get that, I will notify him, and he can go over the records and all the bills that need to be paid off. I will give him access to the bank so he can pay them off, and whatever's left over, they can split amongst the family. And, the mom asked me, did I want, was I getting anything out of this, like money or anything? I told Mom, when I said, when Shayla set this up, I was supposed to get 10% of her life insurance policy, but I don't want it. You know, so I told her, Mom, how about we just donate it to a nonprofit up in Phoenix? So the 10% that I was going to get is going to one of the nonprofits that I frequently help out up there in Phoenix. It's Phoenix Children's Foundation. So that's going to be that. So yeah, so that's what's happening with her estate for right now. That's the current diagnosis. That's the current situation with her estate. There is no set time for a funeral, cremation. I am not doing any of that. That is strictly on her mom and dad, because they want to figure out what would be better for them to have. So basically that's what that is. So yeah, I really don't have too much to go off of other than that. So, you know, I'm mentally okay about it. I'm cool about her death. It ain't like I'm tweaking over or nothing like that. I'm good. You know, we was, at the end of the day, we were still friends with each other. So I'm not really, you know, Godspeed. I hope she's in a better place now. I hope she gets to see her daughter in heaven. You know, Shayla's been my best friend for a long time. So, you know, it hurt me for like a couple of hours, and I don't never cry for real. So I cried for a couple of hours because that was my buddy. Like, I can call her up anytime. Hey, what you doing? You want to hang out for a couple of hours? You know, that's how Shayla was with me. You know, Shayla knew about my ex-wife. Shayla knew about my other kids. I didn't hide that from Shayla. Shayla was always at, you know, it was so funny. I'm going to tell y'all a story right quick. This was April Fool's Day, actually, of this year. No, it wasn't. It was Easter. Sorry, I remember it now. It was Easter. Shayla came dressed up as an Easter bunny to surprise all my kids. Reminder, I got 7 kids. 3 by Ray, 3 by Alexis, and 1 by D. 1 by Deanna. Deanna's my ex from a long time ago. And, you know, we all, you know, and of course the 1 by Shayla. So 8 total. My kids ain't in the public eye. I don't believe in posting my kids on social media. Sorry. So if you don't like what I do, kiss my fucking ass. But anyway, Shayla dressed up as an Easter bunny to surprise all the kids. It was a really fun. It was my ex-wife Ray is Mexican, part Native American. So it was like a Mexican Easter party. I have never had one of them, so it was something new to me too. And it was pretty fun that Shayla and Ray, you know, Ray dressed up as Pocahontas and Shayla dressed up as the Easter bunny. So it was like really entertaining to see everybody getting along for once, because her and Ray had never got along a day in their life. So, you know, it was real fun to see that. So, yeah, that's basically what's going to happen from this point on. If there's any other updates, I will make another video, post it to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page, just depending on which way it goes. So, yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, a blessed weekend, and stay safe. Peace, love, blessings from Ocean Dawson.